Hello everyone. I'm a second year med student, and this is my first YouTube video, and I'm quite excited for it. And this is really about such an important topic, which in my MBBS first year, I would have really wanted to see this video. The only video that of this kind that actually helped me was from Dr. Anuj Patel, and he has been my inspiration for forever now. So let's begin. So, how to survive MBBS first year? Well, there is I don't know why people have put the term survive to it. You enjoy so much, and life just seems like, all the things fell into right place after need, especially after need. The first 2 months that you will go into college, you will feel like, yes, yes, thank God I worked for it, and this is what I ever dreamed for. So, let's see, as soon as you enter college, I know everyone wants to be in big groups, make friends, and but more than that, I will say you should wait, because more than the number of friends that you're going to have in MBBS, you need quality friends, because the kind of people you are going to hang out with in college, so they're going to be entire day with you. That's the kind of atmosphere you will build around yourself. So I would say wait for some time, and let people find you, and you can also find people, definitely. So what helped me open up to people was, like, when I entered my college, we had, like, within 1 week we had fest, and I, being the extrovert as ever, I signed up for literally anything and everything possible, from poetry to debate to singing to dance and everything. But if someone is not, I will say, just go for it, okay? Doesn't matter, nobody knows you, first of all, so nobody can judge you. And as you have done this in fest, there are, a lot of competitions, like there is origami, there is art and craft, there is best out of waste, and then you have the medic rangolis, and a lot of things, movie quizzes, in which you can know people, know seniors. And oh, if we have come to seniors, we really need to talk about this. See, seniors are like those people, like, you have to be a little bit, because right now you have entered in first year, okay? There is this atmosphere of ragging, and in different colleges there are different things, but mainly seniors are seniors, you need to wish them. That's like the first hand rule of every medical college that's happening, like, we have to wish our seniors, and there is no problem, okay? You can wish a senior. It's so good. Even my juniors now wish me, and I feel really great. So wishing a senior is good. And then I will say, just be yourself. Try to indulge into activities more, because college is a way to open up and discover yourself. Academics, I will come to academics later, and dance and everything, whatever I did in my college, I will put up a video after this video, and you can see. More than that, what I will say is that, try to know the departments, who are the HODs, who is the CR of your class. Please know all these things in the first or second week itself. Try to know everyone, and just know where is the library, where is what. Move around, know places, go and definitely check out the hospital. If you are in MBBS and you're like, okay, I did this mistake, I I literally went to our hospital in, like, my third or fourth month, and I felt like a complete idiot, because someone literally asked me, where is this department, and I didn't knew. And it's like the patients, they'll give you that eye of disgust. So don't do that. Go and see your hospital and various departments, and just try to enjoy the life that is coming at you. More than that, what I would really suggest is that, try to navigate your path. Just have a vision in your head, a little bit. Not Do not put yourself in a box, but try to have a vision in your head of what you want to do in your MBBS. So, see, academics should be your topmost priority always. I'm telling you, being a medical student, everything is good, enjoying, participating, getting recognition, research papers, everything will come around, but academics has to be your topmost priority. At least that is what I felt. Because when you are good in academics now, when you are at least, you have planned things, and you are in that You have to stay in that range of 50 to 60%. Itna try to manage to get that much, okay? And when you are good in academics, a little portion of your head is free for you to figure out other things. And the teachers know you. And I'm not saying that it's important that the teachers know you, but see, when they know you, it really helps in practicals. I'm telling you, I got like exceptional marks in my MBBS practical exams, first year profs, just because the teachers knew me. They knew I was a regular student. They knew I was good in studies. And although I definitely worked for it, but definitely, when the teachers know you, it creates an impression and it's really good. Now, as we come to studies, so I would begin from our favorite, everyone's favorite, anatomy. Anatomy for me was, at one point of time, it was a pain in the ass, but then I slowly figured it out. See, anatomy might seem like something that, mugging up and everything, but you have to find the right professor. You have to be very regular in the dissection lab. If you are regular in the dissection lab, if you find the right professor who is, there will always be one or two professors who are teaching you in a way that, you listen to them, you see it there on the cadaver itself, and after that you come and read, or you can see the diagrams from Vishram Singh. Oh my god, the gem of a book. The diagrams in Vishram Singh will tell you, they tell you a story, they will tell you everything, whatever you need to know. And anybody who has passed MBBS, or any teacher you can ask, diagrams are like your everything. In anatomy, you should try to make a small diagram notebook separate, in which actually my HOD used to give us important diagrams almost every day or every 2-3 days, 3-4 diagrams from each unit. And we used to draw them, we used to get it checked. Trust me, at last I had that diagram copy. I revised it from that. It was like that mini notebook, the last minute notebook, because anatomy is so vast. In the profs, it's like, to get the hang of it, to complete the entire syllabus, it will almost kill you. It's like a near death experience, I can tell you. Guys, oh my god, I was crying like hell, man. Shit. So diagrams are really important, and I would tell you, take the initiative, okay, for yourself. Go see the cadaver, use your scalpel, use that dissection kit that you got. A lot of students are like, oh no, I'm scared. What are you scared of? Is it gonna bite you or something? No. Have your own first hand experience. Ask the teacher to let you dissect. Until and unless you do it yourself, trust me, it makes a huge difference. Then when you do heart, lungs, and the major organs, you can see that the organs are kept on the tray. Try to hold them, try to know the anatomical position, try to at least know 10 to 15 points, minimum 10 points, important points for each organ. It will really help you in practicals. If you do it from the starting, see, it becomes really easy for you. It's not like if you pick it up at the last, you won't be able to do it. But anatomy is like, if you have been thorough since the starting, it's not like, oh, what did they give me, oh my god, I'm shocked, what should I do? This won't happen, and you don't want this to happen, okay? And then for osteology, I would say you don't have to buy a bone set. Just they will give you bones, and the section is mostly like 1.5 or 2 hours. That's enough for you to look at a bone, memorize it, try to revise it 2 to 3 times, and that's more than enough. For histology, I would say that you need to understand that going in and seeing the images in the microscope is another thing, and then drawing the diagrams is another thing. There is a book that really helped me. I'm gonna show you in my next video. A lot of videos are going to come up after this regarding the books I used in MBBS first year and how I prepared for my profs. And especially if you want any video, you guys can comment down below. I have no problem, I'll make it. Other than that, let's go to biochemistry. I'm taking only the surface level right now for all the subjects. I will tell you more detailed video if you want. And in the next video, I really want to tell you about the dreamy and the fun part of MBBS. So this video is gonna have some parts. So for the next video, I'll plan and then I'll come up. But most probably next week, the next video will come. What I will say for biochemistry is that it's my favorite subject till now, till date, and it's the subject that you should work on to. Trust me, biochemistry will come everywhere. you'll have to connect in pharmacology, you'll have to connect in pathology. If you're good in that, if you have all those pathways in your head, and if you can just literally do the glucose metabolism in your head, you are the best student. Trust me, you got the knack of it. Second year will be so easy for you. Just put a lot of attention into biochem. Okay, first the concepts are a little bit draining, but you can watch some videos. Definitely I'll suggest Lippincott as a very nice book. The pathways are given so nicely in that. Vasudevan is a nice book. You can refer to books, make your own notes, but just do biochem really, really well. Now we come to my most favorite subject. It is not my favorite like biochem. It is my favorite because I think I put the least effort and I got the most outcome out of it. And that is physiology. See, physiology is something that will constantly remind you of your need time. So much so that, if you have read many times, coaching people give you a lot of material to read, and then everybody has covered a lot more extra than there was in NCRT. So you'll feel like in physiology you know everything, you know what is going on in the body. You just have to read a little bit more. Try to read physiology like a story, but try to understand it like a concept. You need to understand that you should have a knack of it. Physiology is not something that is going to give you a really hard time, except for CNS. Just be ready, be aware. I'm telling you in advance, CNS takes time. Okay, so just give a proper 1 month to CNS at least. For me, it took 1.5 months, but minimum 1 month is what CNS will take. Try and draw diagrams, do the important topics, and you'll sail through. Don't worry about the distinctions right now. Try to know and understand the subject. See, even if you see NEET PG and other exams, you'll see that from first year and second year, so many questions. Pathology contains like 20 questions, and you get so many questions from biochemistry. You can answer all of them, literally all of them, if you know the basics. Okay, so don't even try to ignore the basics at any one point of time. Just be very, very thorough with them. But I don't think that you guys will have any problem with the maths, because I'm here to give my knowledge and I will share it as much as I can. I don't think that I'm a very learned person, but I think I'm just like any average student, here to give out the average what we face, and my way into achieving or becoming a topper. If you ask my classmates, they'll obviously say that I'm not an average student. I'm way above, but still I can tell you I'm average. That is from where I found my way. Every day being consistent can get anyone there, and I can help you along the journey. Please tell me what kind of videos you want. Until then, bye bye, take care, love you.